Hi, I'm Kate Haggerty, CEO and founder of Soul Purpose. Welcome to this week's Soul Purpose Snippet. The topic today is about the 3 adult attachment styles. And what that is based on is a book that I had right here, a book called Attached. And what this book talks about are the 3 adult attachment styles, and it's by Heller and Levine. And the 3 adult attachment styles have a lot to do with how we're raised, the things that we go through growing up. There are 3, and they are anxious, avoidant, and secure. So basically what the Heller and Levine suggest is that in our relationships, each of us behave in one of these 3 distinct ways. So the anxious people crave intimacy. They can be a little preoccupied with their relationships and need to know that they're secure and in a good place, and they need to feel connected to their partner. They can get unhappy if they're not in a relationship, and sometimes they can let their insecurities spiral a bit about being rejected or having the relationship go off the rails or not work. About 20% of people fall into that category, according to Heller and Levine. The avoidant people will try to actually minimize intimacy and closeness. For them, intimacy is equivalent to the loss of their independence and freedom. So as soon as there starts to be a connection, there can be this panic that they have to get out, they have to get away. And so they can send mixed signals, and they really value their independence, and they may devalue the person they're in a relationship with because those other things can override. They tend to end their relationships more often, so they are in the dating pool more frequently. About 25% of the people that will fall under this type. And then the secure people are actually comfortable with intimacy. They're warm and loving in their relationships. They're reliable, they're consistent, they're good communicators. They are healthy. If you have an argument with the secure, they're not going to throw everything into the argument. They're going to stay focused on what that topic is that you're discussing. They're able to respond to their partner's needs effectively, and they make decisions with you and aren't rigid in their views. So about how a relationship should be, like they're willing to build that with you. And believe it or not, just over 50% of people fall into this category. I have to admit, that surprised me. I've met a lot of avoidance in my dating life. So anyway, when you read this book, stick with it, because the front of it is super dry, where they are trying to prove their research. So as you keep going, you'll run into a questionnaire which will help you decide your style, and then they'll give descriptions so that you can start to recognize other styles, know how to interact and work with them, and get clear on what your needs are based on your style. And there's nothing wrong with your needs. Your needs are your needs. And so when you're clear about them and are able to state them early in the relationship, you can save each other a lot of time and possibly heartbreak. And you can find out what another person's style is or what's important to them by sharing stories when you first meet them, asking flirty questions. It shouldn't be the 20-second, in-depth, you're checking off your list. It should be that you're just finding out, are you guys a good fit for each other? So when you're able to, when you're able to uncover your own needs as well as your potential partners, it's going to help you in a lot of ways. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and you might have a suspicion of what your style is just from hearing the brief description. If you'd like to learn more, you can go to my website, which is soulpurpose.biz. That's soulpurpose.biz. And that's where you can see the blog, and we'll go into more detail on it. Or you can order the book online. I hope this has been helpful, that you'll join us next week. What I'm going to share with you next week are a couple tools that you can use to tap into your spiritual guidance, to get help from your angels and guardian angels. A couple things that I use, I'll share with you. People will often ask, so what is Soul Purpose, Kate? What do you do? And I am a life purpose guide, and what I specialize in is helping professional women, seasoned professional women. So they've typically been in corporate America at least 3 to 5 years. Maybe they're in management, doing a great job, earning a good income, and they are miserable. They just know this isn't what they're supposed to be doing for the rest of their life. They feel called to do something bigger, but they don't know what it is or how to figure it out or where to start. And so that's what I do. I help them because that happened to me in my career, so I get it. but also I'm intuitively gifted and I'm a 3-time certified coach. So I combine all those things together to help those people align their life with their true calling so that they can do what they really came here to do and serve who they really came here to serve. Thanks for being with us tonight. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.